one morning and reading from the newspapers, Mr. Speaker, that there was an opportunity to make him taste the cake, the national cake. Only, Mr. Speaker, having gone through the due process of employment by the right institution, the right body, that is the Public Service Board, and being given good news that he was qualified for the job. Only later, Mr. Speaker, for that opportunity to be revoked. And, Mr. Speaker, I have not seen the regret letter by the Public Service Board. What I only see here, Mr. Speaker, is he was communicated through a short text. Short text, Mr. Speaker, or SMS as they call it, cannot be filed in the files of the Public Service Board. I would want so that this Public Service Board can be made to pay for these wrongs that they are doing. I am expecting that this committee should have requested or asked the Public Service Board to provide this House with a regret letter detailing all the reasons as to why this employment or his opportunity was revoked. Mr. Speaker, I think that was treating read from the report by the Labour Committee that the successful applicant, one checkpoint, was influenced into accepting this cancellation, Mr. Speaker. That is from the report. And, Mr. Speaker, if it is indeed true, and I want to believe that this committee did their due diligence, that the influence was coming from the Public Service Board. That is why they've left us with a sentence of future consideration. I don't know when that future is coming, Mr. Speaker. And I overheard the chair, when administration, misrepresenting his department by telling us that he intends to employ them on permanent and pensionable, Mr. Speaker, when we don't even have an intent. We don't know how many are going to be employed. We've not seen the Public Service Board reporting. So I don't know when the chair administration turned to, he's already in the other side of the executive, Mr. Speaker. That's unfortunate coming from the chair. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that let us not leave this at this. Let it not just be a mere report. I would want to ask and plead with the honorable members that from here we have a report. What other action or what other options, Mr. Speaker, are available for one Kipniatiche Kwon to get justice? And my interpretation of justice here is to be employed by the same Public Service Board because they have accepted that it was their doing. That is why they cancelled the employment of Chepkwony. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that let us not leave it here. Let us ensure that we take action. We could even petition the Public Service Board to employ him and give the time frame of employing him, Mr. Speaker, in another job that he is qualified. Mr. Speaker, I'm speaking this way because I'm so bitter that we also had a case of disaster management of a diver who was employed, a diver called Kenneth, coming from my ward, a place called Rusea, Mr. Speaker, who was also employed, only later on to be revoked. I think this is just telling us that there is something wrong with this Public Service Board of Bomet, Mr. Speaker. I wish to end there and say that let us not end here by just having this report. Let us go ahead and ensure that Kipngetich gets justice. Kenneth, the diver, gets justice. So that we don't keep getting such reports, Mr. Speaker, of Bomet residents who go through a process, only their employment letters to be revoked later. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ernest. Honorable Mutai.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'll be very brief. Mr. Speaker, I've read through the report given by the Committee on Labour, and I was, Mr. Speaker, again disappointed with some of the findings from the Labour Committee, though I must start first by congratulating the committee for the rigorous work they did to give us this report. As it has stated earlier by Honorable that the report itself is very nice for this Honorable House to take to the next step. Since somebody was given a letter, Mr. Speaker, and later on, the same person, his letter was revoked through an SMS, Mr. Speaker, of which it sounds so bad that somebody is waiting to start a job and all of a sudden the letter was revoked. To Mr. Speaker, I wonder, I would have asked the committee, Mr. Speaker, to give us the list for all those members the Public Service Board have given them priorities. It seems as if the Public Service Board are giving out priorities or of whom to be employed in the next employment. If this guy, Kimwetich, has been given also that a priority to be in the list of employment, it seems that the interview itself has already been done. Since he's only waiting for the letter, Mr. Speaker, even in the interview, that has not been, even the intent, we don't have right the intent of the interview which Mr. Kimwetich has been given the priority to be employed. So, Mr. Speaker, this is an honorable house, and it has been also stated in the standing orders, everything that we are discussing in this house is the truth, nothing else. So when we talk here, Mr. Speaker, and we said Kimwetich will be given the priority, I think we are lying, Mr. Speaker. And I wish to remind all these members, if we shall not stand firm in the Public Service Board, most of our people in Bomet County will be given letters, and if they will not toe the line of the Public Service Board, their letters will be revoked. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish also to say that let us think and rethink on how to shape up the Public Service Board so that all the people are given equal opportunities to serve in various departments in this county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. To the committee, I think you did a good work. However, it is not good enough to the members. Amongst the concerns that they've raised is that you've not collected all the required documents. Honorable Ernest has put it categorically that you must produce, or the Public Service Board must produce, a regret letter. And to some extent, the whole list of all the public officers, probably what he's mentioning is one person. He's mentioned that there are so many others who have been denied the chance because of various reasons. Can you then, because I'm extending time to you as a committee, to come up with a list, a comprehensive list of all the persons of Bomet County whose letters were revoked and the reasons as to why, so that we put this matter to rest. I believe that was the spirit of what Honorable Ernest and Honorable Mutai want. Also, what Honorable Mutai has just put it clearly, that it seems that Public Service Board has a list of preferred candidates. They believe injustice has been served to them. Therefore, kindly ask them again to give to this House a written response on the list of preferred candidates that they think they've wronged over time. for this House to understand what they mean by this statement that in the next, I believe, the next recruitment, they'll be given preference. It is a serious issue. That is what Honorable Nathan had given before. I believe other members have the same concern. I would urge the members of the committee to also be serious enough to engage Public Service Board. So, and remember, honorable members, these were the same issues which were raised in this House in the impeachment case against the Public Service Board. This same issue is coming back again. I think it's only prudent that you tackle this issue, let them give their response in time so that we can proceed. I'm adding you 7 days for that.
Obliged, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, there being no other business in the order paper, this House is adjourned, or this sitting is adjourned up to tomorrow, 13th of March at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow.